Alright guys, so we have seen a countless number of YouTube channels talking about how right now is a terrible time to build a new PC. Well, I got down and dirty with the data, and I'm going to tell you why that's a bunch of bull. Stay tuned. Before we get started, for those of you who aren't aware, I currently have a giveaway going on for the channel where I am giving away a Ryzen 3 2200G APU. So if you're interested in winning that, go ahead and check out the link that I put in the description. Alright, so like many of you, I've had my subscriber feed bombarded with videos talking about how right now is a terrible time to be a PC gamer and how right now is a terrible time to build a PC in general. And I'll admit, I am somebody who also bought into that sentiment because I honestly couldn't remember what the PC building climate was like a year ago, 6 months ago, or 2 years ago at that. So that got me thinking to actually go back and do some research on some historical data of PC parts and components from a couple years ago and a year ago to actually see how bad it is right now to be a PC gamer. Spoiler alert, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, it's actually cheaper right now to build a new PC than it would have been 2 years or a year ago. I know, I just blew your mind and I shattered the reality that is the truth of YouTube. But don't take my word for it, let's go ahead and look at the data. Okay, so a few things to note. Obviously, a GTX 1050 wasn't around 2 years ago. So I had to compare it to its closest generational counterpart at the time, which would have been a GTX 950. The same thing goes for the 1060 build that we're going to look at in the second example. I chose to compare it to a 964GB version because that would have been the equivalent to what you would have been buying at that time 2 years ago. For some reason, I couldn't find an SSD that had 2 years of historical data. I will admit I only checked the first 10 cheapest SSDs on PC Part Picker, but in all honesty, the price of the SSD is one of the things that fluctuated the least over the course of the 2 years, so its impact is going to be negligible. So as we go through the parts, don't worry about keeping track of all the prices because I am a nice person and I'm going to show you a nice pretty table at the end of this video with all of the comparisons. So looking at the CPU, if you were going to build a new gaming PC on March 9th, 2016, you were going to pay $374.95 for the Skylake i7 6700K, which was the flagship CPU during that time. Looking back only a year to March 9th, 2017, the Kaby Lake i7 7700K would have been your CPU of choice for gaming, and it came in at around $365.10. Today, March 9th, 2018, an i7 7700K can be bought for $307.89. Now before someone in the comments tries to troll and says, "But your comparisons aren't accurate because they don't factor in the new Coffee Lake CPUs. Boo-hoo." Bam! Let's add what building a new Coffee Lake system would add to our comparisons. And today, you could get an i7 8700K for right around $333. Moving on to the motherboard, I went with a Z170 board since it had that sweet 2 years of data that I was looking for to try and stay consistent as possible. In 2016, you could get the ASRock Z170 Pro 4 for $100.99. In 2017, it was going for around $85.98, and if you were to purchase it today, you'd pay right around $92.90. Looking at our Coffee Lake comparison, the cheapest Z370 board available can be bought for $95.89. Moving on to RAM, this is where we see the first major fluctuations in pricing, but you'll actually be surprised at how little it actually affects building a decently priced gaming PC. I went with 16GB of DDR4 RAM running at 2400 MHz because that has been a pretty standard speed for the last 2 years and more than enough for these Intel systems. In 2016, a 2x8GB kit could be bought for $72.99. Fast forward to 2017 and that same kit was going for $109.88. That's bound to go down, right? Nope. If we were to purchase this same kit today, we would be paying $164.99. Since this kit is compatible with our Coffee Lake build, we'll use the same numbers for that. Ouch. My wallet hurts, so I know that yours does. But hang in there and keep watching because I promise it's gonna get better. For storage, I just went with a single 120 gigabyte SSD, as that is all that you really need for your operating system and a couple of games. You could also go with a 1 terabyte hard drive for about the same price if you prefer storage over speed, but that's totally up to you. In 2016, you could get this ADATA SSD for right around $54.99. The price dropped a whopping $1.10 in 2017 and can be bought for $44 today. Again, we'll use this number for our Coffee Lake comparisons as well. Now, graphics cards are another area that has seen drastic fluctuations over the past couple years. To get a GTX 950 in 2016, you were looking at spending right around $143.98. Buying its counterpart, the GTX 1050 in 2017, would set you back a measly $104.98. And to get that same GTX 1050 today, you'd be looking to pay right around $143.49. Since I would be doing a disservice if I didn't throw in a higher end GPU, we're going to go ahead and talk about what it would look like if we added a GTX 1060 6GB to these comparisons. A GTX 960 4GB, the equivalent card to the 6GB 1060 if you were buying it back in 2016, could be purchased for $274.98 at that time. In 2017, a GTX 1066 GB would have set you back about $244.98. To get that same 1066 GB, brace yourself, you'll spend a whopping $354.98 today. Now I know what you're thinking, David, you're proving all those tech channels right. Nope, keep watching. For the case, I went with whatever is cheapest right now, which was this DIY PC case. In 2016, it could be bought for $34.88. In 2017, it was $33.97. And you could buy it today for $24.98. For the PSU, I wanted something nice but cheap. Seasonic is a tried and true brand and also had 2 years of data to compare, which I was really happy about. In 2016, you would have paid $64.99. 2017, it was going for right around $49.99. And you could get it today for as low as $47.50. So that's all of our parts. So let's get to that pretty table I was talking about. Alright, so these graphics show us a few things. If we're looking at the left-hand side, where we're going with a modest build with a GTX 1050, it's actually cheaper to build a solid gaming PC today than it was 2 years ago. If we're comparing the cost from just a year ago, yeah, you're right, it is about $23 more expensive to build the same PC, but do you really consider $23 to be an absurd amount that would prohibit you from building this PC? I spent more than that at Taco Bell after a late night out with friends, and I don't regret a thing. Looking at upgrading our comparison PC to Coffee Lake, we see only slight increases in prices. There's a 6% difference compared to a similar machine that could have been built a year ago, but only an $8 or less than 1% difference compared to prices in 2016, and that was only a 4-core, 8-thread CPU, while our Coffee Lake CPU has 6 cores and 12 threads. I personally think that $8 is worth the 2 extra cores and 4 extra threads that you're getting with Coffee Lake. But hey, I also spent $23 at Taco Bell. Jumping over to our mid-range gaming machine is where we really see how big of an impact that mining and DDR4 RAM supply has had on overall costs. But still, I don't think that the price differences are prohibitive when building a new PC. Looking at building this PC a year ago, we would see about a 10% increase in price today, or right around $94. Yes, $94 is a nice chunk of change, but dropping down from 16 gigabytes of RAM to just 8 gigabytes, which is still fine for the majority of people, would make that difference up and still give you a very capable gaming PC. Looking at the price to build this PC 2 years ago, and we see that gap closed to just a mere $60. Again, that difference can be wiped away by opting into just 8 gigabytes of RAM as opposed to the 16, and you're still going to have yourself a very nice gaming PC. Looking at our equivalent Coffee Lake build, we again see minor increases in price that I would say are justified for the additional cores and thread count that you would be getting with the upgraded Coffee Lake architecture. drop your RAM down to 8 gigabytes, and you'll have a fantastic gaming PC on the newest architecture for right around the exact same price that you would have paid 1 and 2 years ago for a similar gaming PC. So you tell me, looking at actual data rather than anecdotal evidence, do you really think it's a bad time to be building a new PC or to be a PC gamer right now? If so, I guess there's always Xbox. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you liked it or found it informative, go ahead and give it a like and get subscribed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, whether you agree or disagree with me. Until next time, I'll check you later.